Live worldwide from Toronto. Welcome, everybody. Let's try to do this again. Hopefully, we'll have very much luck with the Wi-Fi reception, but I'm here outside today. Gonna do Perfume Hall of Eugenies. And I had a fantastic week wearing perfume. It's absolutely beautiful perfume wearing weather here in Toronto. This is what perfume life is all about. This weather right now. You need to come to Toronto just to wear perfume and experience life from this side. It is a doozy. You know, the weather is just so perfect, and it's still warm enough to get your body temperature up to really bring out the elements of these perfumes. So really enjoyed my week. And in doing so, I decided that I'm doing my perfume awards. And this is a special perfume. To me, it's a very special perfume. I wonder if anyone can guess what it is. So it's the ones all in the thumbnail, right? I wore, like the stream, by the way. If you're here, like the stream. If you're enjoying the stream, like the stream. If you like perfume live streams, like the stream. If you dislike perfume live streams, like the stream. Yeah, so I wore, right, music for a while. I think that was Monday. Tuesday was Queer Beluga. What a doozy. Oh, man. It's been a long time since you and I have danced, my friend. Then I wore Ombre Nui. And again, it's been a long time since we have danced. Then I wore Hortus Sanitatis. And you can see the nice little dent in that aqua blue marine bottle there. And today I wore Celine's Reptile. And really enjoyed all of these immensely. I'm not sure what happened, but I mean, they're all exceptional perfumes. All things that I've talked about in the past in one way or another. What's happening? Who's all here? Spaced Out says Musk arrived. Hello, Spaced Out says Musk 25 arrived today. It's glorious. Reminds me of Moose Kublai Khan. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. It has that furry underbelly. It does. But I get a lot of pink. There's a lot of pink color in Musk 25. Like cotton ball musk, you know. It's very I find it very sexual. Like it has that growl, that purr, that underbelly, like that really nice animalic vibe. What's up, Pearly? Good to see you. Probably 8 hours. That should be enough, eh? Let us know your sense of the day. We got 34 people here. Everybody, let us know your sense of the day. And if you're watching the broadcast or the after the recorded program, let us know your sense of the day as well. Yet not dead. Evening all. Scent of the day. Corsica Furiosa on this warm fall day. Yeah, is it really beautiful perfume wearing weather where you are as well? Lewis, what's happening? Inquiring minds want to know. We're gonna find out, Alan Hansen. Stick around. What's up, Pulpafeno? Hi. What's up, Sean? What's up, supply and demand? Supply and demand says I wear saffron superfluid with Queer de Chine, and it's amazing. Scent of the day, Descendra, 2 days in a row here in Firenze. MJ, awesome, love it. Actually spoke with Antoine this morning. We had a Zoom, and it was really interesting. It was really good. We got to talk about the first submissions that he sent, and I spent. It was probably a month with them with 7 submissions, and we kind of dissected them and talked about ideas for those and even future perfumes, you know. So it was fun. It was fun talking about perfumes and sharing ideas. But we now we put our idea, like our heads together, and he's just going to do some reworks, right? He'll do a couple of reworks, some modifications, and we'll try it again. He's going to send over some samples, and it just keeps going like that until we're both really happy with something. So yeah, really, really, really excited for the future. Really excited. And I'm excited for Descended too. Like, I'm really excited. I think it has potential, because it's up for it is a 2023 release, so it's up for art and olfaction. I think it has great potential to win. So I'm very excited for so many different things. What's up, Rizzard? Good to see you. Robert Duncan Ward Creed Royal Oud in Alliston, Ontario. Oh, that's not far. That's like an hour, about an hour and change. Oh wait, what's up, Dev? Good to see you. Like the stream. Yes, like the stream. Pradeep is in Dante Bra. Dev is in Santos. Love Santos. What's up on today? Sent to the night. Frederick Malt Portrait of Lady. Carlos is in Promise. Oh, I tried. I sprayed on some Heaven Can Wait again yesterday. Man, I liked it even more than I remembered. Like, the first time I got some was just on the hand, and then yesterday I got a bunch of sprays on my chest, and I was like, oh boy, this is really, really nice. And I tried Guerlain's honey tobacco, or tobacco honey, the new art and materials. And I got to say, like, from everything that I heard, I wasn't expecting much. And in that sense, I was pleasantly surprised. It reminded me of when Ramsey said, congratulations to Ramsey's 5K. It reminded me of when Ramsey first smelled Uncut Gem. And he's like, the bar was so low, like it was been destroyed so many times that it couldn't have been so bad. So he was pleasantly surprised. And that's how I felt when I tried tobacco honey tobacco. What's it called? Honey tobacco, Big Amber. I mean, it brings absolutely nothing new to the genre, but it's really nicely blended, like all of those arts and materials. I think I would wear it. Like, that's how I feel right now after just smelling it, really quickly. It was honey, tobacco, and amber, like so many other things. It kind of reminded me of not exactly tobacco vanille, but something in that reign. They all kind of that Naxos sort of thing. Really nicely blended, like a really, really, really nice, perfect mainstream. It did feel mainstream in that moment, but it was nice and pleasant. I liked it more than Tobacolor, Dior's Tobacolor, but no surprise there. What's up, James? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You and Rich Mitch need to do a masterpiece stream. We had a discussion yesterday about we did that once where we just kind of sat there and blurted out a bunch of names to perfumes and would agree or disagree on our thoughts of whether they were masterpieces or not. And it was a lot of fun. I remember that. It was late at night. It was a late stream. Maybe we can do that again sometime. Yeah. Bayono says, I wore Queer Beluga Ombre Nuit this week. What are the other Hall of Famers? No, there's only one Hall of Famer today, man. Only one Hall of Famer. Only one Hall of Eugenie. So we're only going to pick one. But we're inducting one today, all right? We're going to induct one. But already in the Hall of Fame, and they're bypassing the Hall of Fame induction. Like, they do not need to wait the required time to be nominated and entered. And that's, Mitsuko, obviously, in the Hall of Eugenie, one of the greats, and number 19. The only two that are bypassing any sort of ceremony, automatic induction, 19 and Mitsuko. All others will have to be inducted. And tonight we're doing another one. We're going to induct one. So we're going to slowly induct some of our favorites, some of the greats into the Eugenies. Robert Duncan and Carlisle. Daily Medical says, good evening. Scent of the Day is Colonia by Rasse Fort. What's happening? Daily Medical, drawn by Sense. Good evening, Eugene chat. What's happening? Daneem, good to see you, buddy. Pat Lester, hello, everyone. Scent of the Day, music for a while. Really, really beautiful perfume. Really, 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 really beautiful. Big, butch, bold. I really did not like that when I first smelled. I really, the sweetness of it shattered me. Okay, I'm gonna put a poll, see if you guys can guess. I mean, let's see if I can do this poll here. So what do we have? For a while, might not let me list 5. Will I keep out? That's it. That only allows me to keep. All right, so we're only allowed 4 in the poll. So I'm gonna deduct 1 automatically. There you go. You guys can vote. I heard there's a new Shalimar flanker. Has anyone tried it? It's Shalimar Iris. I bet you that would smell phenomenal. Yeah, Shelly has an Iris cash grab. I mean, let's see. Damn. Deb says, I know which Iris I'd rather go for rather than a Shalimar flanker. I think I know what you're talking about, Dev. Dushan says, Rich Mitch, we love you with 1 RSD. Thank you, Dushan. Dev says either Liris Defa 31 Rue Cambon or Bellam. What's Iris? I've not tried the Iris Defa, but 31 Rue Cambon is gorgeous. Paroli says, I bet it's the Gucci. Why do you think it's the Gucci? Why do you think it's the? There's some great fragrances here. Music for a while. Who likes this and who dislikes it? The sweetness it's still sweet and it's really caught on to me. Like it's this really bonkers sweetness. You know what I mean? Like it has a lot of goop to it and heft. Queer Belugas. It's a gorgeous perfume. Really nice. I love this aesthetic. It's like powdery. It's vanilla. It's art and material. So obviously it's vanilla. There's a lot of them in this line that is vanilla. Shout out Demi. But it's leather and it's powdery leather and it's got so many different nuances. And even in all those nuances, I still find it like a little bit too linear than I like, but I love the profile, you know. A very soft, suede-y like the softest amount of leather. Boozy vanilla. It has a really nice floral accord, but never the florals never dominate, but it's just soft and warm and powdery. It's like a nice cozy amber, like a golden warm amber. That keeps you snug in the fall. That's what it feels like. Very soft, very soft. And they started this line was originally started. This is not a Jacques Polge, Olivier Polge with Chanel, and he created this with Sylvain Delacour. And it has, I know Sylvain's a big fan of Lure Bleu and Shalimar, and I feel like this pays homage to both of those. I see essences of Lure Bleu, like that kind of soft, whimsical moodiness, the heliotrope, almond, you know, and then that powdery, suedey, golden ambery Shalimar thing going on. It's really lovely. Really, really, really. Lovely. Milosh, what's happening? Love to you too, brother. He is in Nikolai Ombre Kashmir. Daniel, what's happening? You're in Shalimar Tonka Milicene. Those Shalimar flankers are quite good, even though they're big cash grabs. They're quite good. I'd love to see them start doing Mitsuko flankers, or maybe not. I'm not. I'm gonna be careful with what I wish for, but some of the Shalimar ones are really nice. Milos back home after 3 days. Nice. PDM has sent bottles. I see. Who are they sending bottles to? What is the Wayne Gretzky of perfumes? Damn. What is the Wayne Gretzky of perfumes? Is it Mitsuko? It's funny. Like zooming with Antoine, he had and I never noticed this before. Maybe it's new, but he had a like right behind him. I noticed he had this picture of Mike Tyson, and I was like, holy shit! Like you're a fan of Mike Tyson, and we talked about Tyson for a bit, and he went back into how much he loves Diego Maradona. He's a huge fan of Maradona. I know that we talked about that earlier, but he had a really cool photo of Tyson, like one of those legendary photos where he's standing over his opponent that's like laid out on the floor, and he's got his red glove like this, and it almost looks like he's yelling at somebody, or he looks really angry. Dev says bottle sending is only good when directed towards me by brands I enjoy. Everybody likes a good free bottle, eh? What's up, Boz? What's happening? Los is traveling to Poland next week. Thinking of grabbing 4 perfumes: Ombre Nuit, Oud, Rosewood, Encens Mythique, and Leighton for fun. What do you think? I'd say grab Ombre Nuit, but it's a very soft perfume. This and Queer Beluga are both very soft perfumes. There's times where these really do disappear and you don't notice them, but they do come back and they have persistency. Like this is really beautiful. This to me is a big. It's two things. It's rose and amber, smoky, dry, woody, spicy. I got a big cinnamon from this. Huge cinnamon. I love the cinnamon in here. I get a big cinnamon from Heaven Can Wait too. Like that's the cinnamon and clove. Keep going back to Heaven Can Wait. I can't wait to get it. But it's got a sweetness to this. You know, it has a spiciness, but it has a sweetness that is coming from resin. It feels like it's coming from the benzoin, and it reminds me of like cookies. I've always thought of like these cookies when I wear this, and it's deep and complex. Like this smells different, like coming right out of the atomizer than it does wearing it. It's really pretty. Something about it reminds me of MFK's. What was his rose called for men? He had a rose. What was it called? Rose patchouli. That's what this is. It's a rose patchouli, an ambery rose patchouli. Spicy, sweet, dry, resinous, smoky. A really beautiful wearing experience. Milos votes music for a while. Music for a while is really big. This is probably the biggest of the bunch, right? This is lavender and patchouli, like a really big lavender and big patchouli. That's what it is. It feels like a classic accord or classic theme. Lavender, patchouli, amber with, an introduction of modernized sweet things like, the pineapple, fruity accord, pineapple, the sort of gum resin from the ethyl maltol. It's got like a gumminess. It almost has a bubblegum thing going on. It's really bizarre and strange, but at the same time, like it feels like a treat, you know? It's kind of special in this really fascinating way. It's the way the sweetness, the sweet notes, the bubble gum, the cotton candy, the pineapple kind of seep, they seep into these aromatic lavenders and patchoulis. It's just like really goopy, like a big goopy, sweet floral thing, a fruity thing. What's up, Anuj? What's happening? Good to see you, bro. Dislike for music for it's too bad you couldn't dislike in the poll. What's happening? Dev says everyone happy Jewish New Year. If you celebrate, happy Jewish New Year to you, Dev. What's up? Not in the know. Sean says, yeah, it's like an acquired taste, I'll tell you. Sean says, I can't stand music for a while. It's so disturbing. The sweetness feels like diabetes. I felt like that too. Like when I first was introduced to it, that's all I could pick up, or it was so overwhelmingly sweet, and it took a long while for me to get over that. And look at the, that is a considerable amount of wearings. But again, these Frederick Moles pump out a lot of juice. I think they pump out, the atomizer pumps out double to everything else. Like when I decant these, they fill atomizers really quickly. Really quickly. I know. But that was like what, 3-4 years ago? It was. And I think it was like I was just like bored. Everything they were doing was vanilla, 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 right? But looking at it on its own, there are aspects that are enjoyable. Clear Beluga is more of a suede. Yeah, it's not a deep leather. It's not a dark, dark, dark leather. It's a very soft leather, soft suede. Yeah, it's very well blended. Powdery vanilla. It's a huge vanilla. That Spiritus Double Vanille was another big vanilla. Um, Tonka Imperial had vanilla. What's the other one? There was another big vanilla. It was Angelique Noir. That's a really nice green, rubbery vanilla. Queer Beluga wins end stream. I'm not so quick there, Bobby. Not so quick. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday, friends, says Frank. What's happening, Frank? Queer Beluga smells like makeup sponge, lots of vanilla. It does smell sort of makeupy, yeah. And it's boozy as well, sort of like SDV. Turn on says hi, scent of the day, 1932. Good to see you. Looks like somebody new here. Probably says there's no way it's Queer Beluga or Ombre Nui. I get Play-Doh as well. There's definitely an aspect of that warm, soft Play-Doh. Yeah, pastelly. It almost feels like I don't want to say. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. It is a Guerlain. It's true and true Guerlain. It's so Lure Blue and it's so Shalimar. Which one? Which one? Music for a While is leading. Oh, Ombre Noita is leading 44%. Interesting. Okay. Um, how many of you how many of you have smelt all of these? I get a coriander, spice, and tobacco. From what, Rudy? Like 6 minutes behind. I gotta speed up. Stefan says opening to me always reminded me of white wine and marzipan. Queer beluga. I love to make dough. All right. Rudy says Hortus for the win. Does Rudy know the answer? Rudy, how do you know? Yeah, no, it's not Oh Malo Rose. No, it's the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna speed this up. I've wrenched, so be careful. That's right. What's happening, Brandon? Good to see you, man. Johan, what's happening? Good to see you. Yes, doing very well. I hope the same for you, man. Doing very well. I'm excited. I'm going to pick up the kids very soon, and I'm like dying of excitement. I can barely contain myself. Supply says sent to the day Ganymede. Hey, Lynn, what's happening? What's happening? Nuit de Feu is Louis Vuitton's only masterpiece. I really liked Nuit de Feu. Feu. I think it was great. Stop it. How do you always do this? Galen always comes on and he makes me feel a thing. Every time he leaves a comment like this, feel like I'm not good enough for Galen. Galen, why do you have this effect on me? I got a comment today on one of my videos saying from I guess it's a viewer here. It's a very familiar face. Neil Francis says December 2023 MFK or F he says MFK, but I'm assuming he means Francis Kurgan will release Fahrenheit Absolute Elixir as his first men's release for Dior, and I've heard it's incredible. So I don't know if there's any validity to that, but that sounds really exciting. That he's going to do a Fahrenheit flanker. Who knew? Who would have thought? I thought the Fahrenheit franchise was dead. I wonder if he'll do Dior Homme, considering he did the Dior Homme Sport, the original, didn't he? Or the Dior Homme Cologne. Dior Homme Cologne, I believe he did. Or at least he was credited with it. Or there was like some sort of mix up with his name involved. What's up, Germs? Germs is in Queer de Versacre. I think that's our artisan, right? Would like to add Jovoy Psychedelic to the Hall of Fame. RP Rentals, you're gonna have to start a Hall of Fame, man. You're gonna have to start a Hall of Fame. I don't own Psychedelic. I don't know it well enough. And doesn't mean that. Elixir is mad. Yeah, such a strange name, eh? I wonder what it means. Like, how did they come up with that? And how many people do sit in the boardroom figuring out that name? And how much do they get paid? I wonder if it's like a contract. They get paid like one sum for the name, or they get paid up until however long it takes for them to figure it out. If it's actually a flanker of absolute, I'd be interested. So it sounds like it's a concentration. That's what it sounds like. Absolute elixir. That is some sort of concentration, I imagine. Floral says only so they can come out of it happier than they were before, right, Gillen? What's up, Kevin? I don't know Hortus Sanitatis. Johan says the Exerjoff is easier to find where I live. Not easy to find here in Toronto. Johan says slightly tipsy going to the bathroom, putting on more ego ease. Good. Always put on more ego ease. I love ego ease, by the way. All right, Rudy. Root T. Root T. Have a good one, Rudy. We'll talk to you soon. Here we go. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Okay, let's get back to the Eugenies. And I'm gonna tell you straight, like whatever we talked about. Um so the couple of perfumes, they're not making the induction. Not today. Maybe at a later date. There's a couple here that are really good. So the perfume that's making the induction, my perfume Eugenies, is Gucci's Hortus. Wouldn't you who would have knew that modern day Gucci can actually put out something that's this interesting and creative? Don't tell me I'm losing Wi-Fi. Please hold still. We're almost there. But this is a classic. I would call this a spicy ambery Oriental. I know they don't like the word Oriental, but until we find a word to replace it with, I don't know what else to call it. But it is that amber, vanilla, benzoin, certainly patchouli, dry. But the interesting thing here that I enjoy is the earthy aspect, the greenness, the medicinal things, the antiseptic notes, the vegetal notes, and even the name like Hortus Sanitatis. It was one of the first books ever written about like garden encyclopedias and how food was meant to heal people. And that to me, it sounds very interesting. And even when I wear this, I see, for the first time in a long time, somebody capture, an element of earth, of the vegetables, of soil, of root in such a way. And paint this sort of picture. And perfume for me is very special. And when I wear this, I enjoy it just as much, in the same sense as I do with Mitsuko and number 19. Like, it brings me that much pleasure. Um, it's it's a bizarre smelling thing, but it's also very realistic and very well done. And it is the most challenging from the five that I wore this week. And all of those, the moments or the days where I sat there choosing all of the other scents, they were very easily choices because they're easy perfumes to wear, I found. But this one, it is a little bit more challenging in that sort of dryness, in that earthiness, in that vegetal state, in that sort of antiseptic thing. Um, Ointment, you know. Um, but like even in that challenge, like I'm like I love the perfume. It's a little bit challenging, but even like at the end of the day, because of that challenge, I find it much more rewarding than all the others. And that was the reward, was kind of going through that challenge, even though it's not really challenging. It's just like if green and earthy and bitter things aren't your thing, it could be a bit of a turnoff. But I really really enjoy this. So I wanted to talk about it and give it a little bit of attention. This is a Gucci boutique exclusive, not easy to find. And I heard that Gucci's changing directorship, and they might be discontinuing this line, the Alchemist Garden. I am not sure if there's any truth to that. Listen, Boz, you're done. Okay, you got to go. I don't really appreciate this kind of stuff. I don't know who the fuck you are. If you're not enjoying it, just go. Just go, man. If you're not enjoying yourself, leave. I mean, I don't want you to go, but I don't want to see you not enjoying yourself. It is a Gucci. It is a Gucci, but that's okay. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. A great perfume doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be something specific. Or and I wanted it to be, this induction. I wanted it to be something that I had discovered for myself, and not something that has been, highly acclaimed for years and by many other people. Those things have already kind of made a name for themselves, but I think we got to bring attention to some of our favorite things that don't usually get mentioned. And this is one of those things. It doesn't get a lot of notoriety because it is, an exclusive and harder to find or weirder. It's a little bit of a weirder smell, but yeah, we need to bring attention to these great pieces. And I'm a big fan of green and earthy perfumes. There's, I just feel connected to them. I'm not sure what happened, but Boz is sitting here calling this stream pretentious. I'm not sure what happened. I must have missed something. But he's saying this, in his language that this stream is pretentious. I'm not sure what about it is pretentious. We're sitting here and we're talking about the things that we love. I'm sorry, Boz, that I'm not talking about the things that you love. I don't know anything about those. It's not my place. Now, if you love talking about those, start your own channel and talk about whatever it is you want. But you can't come here and expect me to talk about YSL's latest release because I don't know anything. I don't wear YSL. It's just not my thing. It's not for me. But if it's something you enjoy, please, take it on your own. Start something up. I've not tried Mer 55. No. But if you missed it, I did try honey tobacco honey. What is it called? Need to try those. Gotta goes in a louder for men. Dev says Eugene and liking green perfumes never would have guessed they go together. Green, man. Green is the ticket. Talked to Antoine today about um like weed note in perfume after we had discussed our things, right? After everything was done. And he said that he's talking to a hemp supplier in the US about oils. And he says he doesn't believe like um a weed perfume has been put out with real hemp in it. Not that he knows of anyways. Um but he doesn't mind. There's lots of issues surrounding having real hemp in perfume. He's not sure if there's any obstacles, but he's going to look into it. He's going to look into it. Boz, you're not the only guy here. There's 60 people here, bro. What do you want? Like, what do you want? Green always works. That's right. Green always works. Not always. Green always works. Yeah, I'm a big fan, but purple Kush. Why purple? Purple Kush. How about Hindu Kush? How about Hindu Kush or pineapple Nukin? It's the dispensaries are selling out here. If you have like a favorite brand of weed, you need to get it and you need to stock up because the next time you come in, they're all gone. Gillen says, I think that dude in Seattle who does filigree and shadow has a hemp perfume that might be natural. Yeah, there possibly is like from like independent or small brands. Uh, I think he was probably talking more about big designers. My toilet freshener smells exactly like Jet. Damn, it's been a long time since I've worn Jet. Is anybody going to be picking up the Aventus flanker? Ah, yeah, that's right. Hindu Kush is a Sarah fragrance. That's right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, Brandon came on. I think that was the funniest thing ever. Brandon came on it was last week, and he started rolling joints. If you guys missed it, he was on live stream rolling joints in Maison Francis Coudion tissue paper. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So, who here has smelled Hortus Sanitatis? Has anyone tried it? Does anyone like it? Does anyone dislike it? I know Rich had it at one time, and I think he sold his bottle, and he bought his bottle from Moritz, another YouTuber, German YouTuber, who was on here a couple years ago. He was on once on a very early, I think it was like Christmas morning or something. Christmas Eve's morning, we had a late streak going where we were going into dawn, and or it was dawn over in Germany. I can't remember. It was really late, and he came on, and he had a bottle of this, and he sold it to Rich. I think it was him that sold it to Rich. But yeah, I mean, I can imagine people not liking it, but that that's something they got to deal with. What's it compared to? I don't know if it's comparable to anything really. It has a little bit of dry papyrus in it, and there's moments where Santal 33 come to mind, but it doesn't smell anything like Santal. But it is dry. It's very dry and resinous and smoky. Like it has a really nice ambery accord, like in the base, amber, dry wood, patchouli. Um, just like the wearing experience is it's really really fulfilling, it's a really beautiful wearing experience. Yeah, I remember I thought it was a hash note black Afghano had. Black Afghano had a weed note, almost made me vomit. I've not smelled black Afghano. I remember hearing it was tari, which has me believing it was hash. I didn't know there was a new Parfum de Marley. No idea, man. I didn't see anything. My algorithm is set and it's in stone and it's not to Parfum de Marley. I can tell you that. What is it compared to? Is that what you're talking about? What does the new Parfum de Marly smell like? Galen's too good for the Gucci boutique. Galen, do you own any Louis Vuittons? I know Galen has the new, not the new, it's new for him, Dior Vetiver. I'm not sure how many Dior Privés he has, or even Chanel exclusives. But I know he's trying to get 31 Rue Cambon, and it came up at a really good price, and it kind of got ghosted or something. So, but go into the Gucci boutique. Go into the Gucci boutique. What's your opinion on Mousse de Sable? I love it. It's a great frag. I've talked about Mousse de Sable lots of times. It's an interesting musk. Man, don't you love those characters? It's, a lot of my best friends were people that I couldn't stand, like people I couldn't stand that I ended up being best friends with, like especially in school. Like one my best friend for many, many years, he sat right behind me and we didn't get along. We hated each other. We wanted to like literally beat the shit out of each other. I made fun of he was Croatian. He was from Croatia and he just came and he spoke and like very broken and I would make fun of him all the time and he would make fun of me um and then baseball came up and I was like, "You like baseball?" He's like, "Yeah, I love baseball." I was like, "Me too." And we're like, "Best friends." We're like, "Yeah, best friends." All right, cool. And we just settled everything and it was like a bromance for years after, you know? But yeah, I get what you're talking about, spaced out. Man, who here wears perfume for their partner? Mika says, "I'll love it." I guess you're talking about Hortus Sanitatis, and my wife will hate it. How many of you how many of you wear perfume to please your partner? And how many of you wear perfume to please yourself, yet it irritates or annoys your partner? I remember having that was an issue, especially late at night. In my house, she didn't like when I sprayed perfume in the evening time, like before bed, because I wore a lot of heavy perfumes. That I remember that being a thing. That was more of an issue than what I would actually wear, like the scent of things um, on a daily basis. It was just like try not to spray nasty things at night or anything really. But I mean, it's not a crazy expectation to not want somebody to spray concentrated perfume right before bed. Galen, have you smelt it? Have you smelt Hortus Sanitatis? Is it worthy of being in the Hall of Fame? Gucci boutique sniffing is the worst. It's like they are expecting you to be wow. The concept behind Hortus Sanitatis is right up my alley. You haven't? Okay. You haven't tried it yet. Deb says, "Is this a fully solo stream?" I guess it is. And I'm not going to be on much longer. It's 5:30. I have kids to go pick up and things to do with them. So I'm gonna be jetting soon. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it solo. Um, but it's always great having you on, Dev. We'll see you. We'll see you soon, man. We'll see you again, brother. Dylan says, "I have Nouveau Monde from Louis Vuitton. Loved it enough to buy it right there and there." Did you not like Ombre Nomad? And did you not find them? I find them so similar. I actually find Nouveau Monde to be the base for Ombre Nomad, and then add that rose and raspberry and more oud and more leather, vanilla, and that's what Ombre Nomad is. Nouveau Monde seems to me like a drier version of Ombre Nomad without the rose, without the oud. Yeah, say I love the concept. Don't like the delivery. I find Nouveau Monde like I like it, but I find it a little bit screechy. I find it so screechy, you know? Do you guys not does that not bother you, like the claws in it, the sharp edges of Nouveau Monde? Someone was selling a 200 ml of 1932 eau de parfum for $100 on Facebook Marketplace. They bailed about an hour before. Yeah, because somebody probably offered them a lot more or told them what they had. That's insane. Because 200 mils of that retails for over $500, man. We got a fan for Nouveau Monde. Lewis loves it. Dev says perfume is for me. My loved ones will grow to love my loves. Is that so? You better hope so. Space that I sometimes still have a decant of something like Lemon East just as a crowd pleaser when I'm going on a walk. Wife likes the Macy's counter. Lots of wives like the Macy's counter. And that's fine. Like, I mean, we do wear a lot of interesting things. And I can't imagine everybody like warming up to them. Jerv says I wear it for myself because no partner. Is that good or bad, Germs? Before they're gonna saint you, Pearl. 10 sprays of leather. That's intense. My wife dislikes ouds, says Daily Medical, but I wear them anyway. I wear perfume on my shirt and not on my skin. I prefer my skin, even though I know it's probably not good for me, but I mean, I'm all about the development. You know, I need the dry down, and I don't get that on my shirt. Perfume doesn't evaporate the same way on clothing than it does on skin, right? You really need that alcohol. You want that alcohol jumping off your skin. I wear perfume according to my taste and for myself. Single dude here. Yeah, from same here. Like I don't remember the last time I've worn something to please somebody or to appease, or it's always aligned with how I feel, what I want to wear that day. Some fragrances do have me nauseated. I'm not going to tell them to not wear anything, but I'd appreciate the mindfulness of me being sick from some. I've not tried a Kajal in a long, 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 long time. I've tried them in the past. I met Mo in Toronto once. I was with Cascade Scents, Manny, and we were just hanging out. Manny invited me downtown. There was like a perfume meetup. Bunch of Daniel was there from the channel. Daniel's been on here many times. Bunch of perfume guys, and I met Mo. He was cool. He's reached out a couple times. He's sent messages wishing Les Abstrait lots of luck. Um, we've been in touch. He's a cool guy. Mika says, "I get my ear chewed on." I don't miss that, Mika. I miss other things, but I don't miss that. I don't think Ombre Nomad has been released. You might like it. It's a likable rose oud, very smoky and rubbery. Alan Hansen. When I want medicinal camphor aid, I reach for Desert Nocturne by Ebony. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, interesting. All right, Dev man, enjoy your Happy New Year. We'll see you soon. Yeah, I find it too scratchy for me. Like I like round perfumes. I like soft. As much as I can appreciate the artistry of that, I don't want to be in it. It's like there's genres of movies that I don't care for, like, horrors and stuff. I just find them, like, really poorly made, and there's also, like, genres of perfumes, like, I don't necessarily wanna wear, and that's, like, that scratchy thing. I don't enjoy that. Yeah, Ombre Nomad is better behaved. It is rounder. I find it rounder and warmer. But there's one from, Louis Vuitton that I really dislike, and it's their sandalwood. It's so harsh and screechy and bitter and ugh, screechy is, like, the best word. Sharp, lemony, gingery, like, all these screechy, sharp elements. It just reminds me of, like, a mad violinist, playing these off-key notes. My Saturday night special is Ombre Nomad layered with tell us about your Saturday nights. Where are you going where you need all this power? Like, that is intense, man. Germ says it's great sometimes. Yeah, it is. It is what you make it, Germs. You gotta make it great. If you want it great, you gotta make it great. You can make it shit very easily, but fuck, the life's too short, man. You have to enjoy it. Dude, we're given a gift by being here. You realize that, like, I feel like we've all been chosen to be here. So the time that we have to appreciate it and just use it, use it. Use it to enjoy. There's not enough time to not enjoy it. But yeah, Mo's a fine man. Mo, he's a big masculine man, eh? I just see like a big burly masculine man. Confident. He looks like a really confident, but like a safe guy. Space Out says Lily of the Valley might be the most challenging white floral. Two Rose is quite easy to like for me. Two Rose can get animalic. Two Rose can get it can get interesting. Yeah, but Lily of the Valley for sure. It has that decay. It has that white floral pungency. It has that dryness, bitterness, white floral, yellow floral, pissiness. Yeah, it can be disturbing. It can smell like death or it's usually or sometimes it's paired with like indoles and stuff. Valerie Corbin says, picking my next Dior, trying to decide between Ombre Nui and Gris Dior. Tough choice. If that's my choice and I have both, I'm going to say Ombre Nui. I I really struggled to like Gris Dior. And again, it's like I found it way too air freshener like. The same reason I couldn't fall in love with Jean Claude Elena's Iris in the Hermescence. Iris Yukoi, like very sharp, sharply pitched, and I don't know, but so many people love it. So many of my friends love Gris Dior, Gris Montaigne. It just not for me. Even that, like I found it to smell like grape juice. Does anyone get grape juice from that? Have you picked up Heaven Come? I haven't yet. I haven't yet, but I'm going to very soon, and I can't wait to discover it. It smells like an it smells like an instant classic, like, with the very little time it smelled very classic. I really liked it, and it smelled interesting. It smelled like there was depth there. It had a story to tell. Sean says, "Does anyone here know 4, maybe 5 great fragrances from the House of M?" NBCI. Well, there's Sheeper Peloton and Invasion Barbar, and there's they have a queer. They have a Rose Oud. What was that one called? And then they had Queer Cavalier, another leather. Queer Gadamonte, that's the other big one. That's like this really rubbery, like rubber tires, decaying rubber tires. Kind of like Oud Palau, you know, that has that rubberiness too, like tires, that kind of Oud. Yeah, that's what Queer Gadamonte was. It was Oud, rose, leather, Middle Eastern style fragrance. That got a lot of hype back years ago, but like it's been year again. I don't remember anyone talking. It's been years since anyone's mentioned it, or I've just not heard anyone talk about it. Easy for me. Two Roses is interesting. Creamy. 10 years. I have Tangiers, Barbier de Tangiers. And it's stored away. It's in my storage box. Yeah, man. We'll do a bong. We'll do a bong. You can do a bong, man. Do a bong. And play the bongs. I'm gonna get some bongs and I'll play them. Would that make you happy, Kevin? All right, you know what? It's actually a great time to end the stream. We're at 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds. Galen, if you're still watching, reveal yourself. Look who speaks. So you say certain keywords and they bring out certain individuals, right? You see who's paying attention. They perk up people's ears. Brandon heard bong, and there he is. Supply and demand says nothing but kerosene this fall for me. Guys, have a great night. Everybody have a great weekend. It has been fun. From now until then, be well. I'll see you soon. Like the stream.